Welcome you in, everyone. 6:01. Jason and Alicia here with you to kick off this Monday, this St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Finally, the weather looks like it's warming up a bit here.
And just in time, because there's a lot of parades happening today. One in Minneapolis. We have Timberwolves in Minneapolis. So we're going to check in with Cece to get the best parade routes and where to park in just a little bit. But meanwhile, let's get out to John for a check of the forecast. Nice start to the week for sure.
It is. I wish I could wear the green, but I got a green screen. I know everybody's going to give me grief for it. And I'm Irish. All right, so it's a great start here today. In fact, our temperature has warmed over 4 degrees since I got to work a few hours ago. So temperatures are warming overnight, and it is going to be a really nice day for most of us. I got to say that. Disclaimer, it's snowing right now in Bemidji north of Brainerd. That's because there's a boundary up there, and when you get underneath that boundary, the warm front, you're in the warm, what we call warm sector. There's a south wind. That south wind is keeping us in the upper 30s. It's a very warm start, so here in the metro, a beautiful day, 59, 61 this afternoon. It will be a little windy, but we got to track those new updates on that winter storm and who's going to get that. That's in your forecast. Hopefully it's dry out here. That means decent roads, Cece.
Oh yeah, for sure, decent roads. Good morning. The only thing that I'm tracking on the roads right now is this typical lane closure, right lane closure that we have on 494 westbound at 35W as you're heading toward Highway 100, 169. I believe this lane closure is going to be a thing until like July, so just keep that in mind. Also seeing a crash that's been playing out for maybe the last couple of hours in Edina, 62 eastbound as you're making your way towards Richfield. Both of those not slowing down traffic right now, but I'll keep my eye on that. Otherwise, things looking pretty good. There's a lot of construction projects happening today. I'm focusing on the ones starting this morning, so I'll have a look of where you can see slowing on Highway 61 just after 6:15.
We're going to have to get used to that, getting closer to construction season. All right, Cece, thank you. We'll check back in a bit. Let's get to our top story here at 6 o'clock. In just a few hours, the balance of power could shift in the Minnesota House.
That's because Democratic Representative David Gottfried is slated to take his newly won District 40B seat as soon as today. And when that happens, a power sharing agreement between Democrats and Republicans will take effect. Michelle Beck is live at the Capitol this morning with what this means for future legislation. Good morning, Michelle.
Yeah, good morning to you. So I took a look at the House schedule for today, and it looks like they'll be meeting on the floor at 3:30. 12 different bills there are on the docket, but really the bigger priority for now and in the weeks to come is approving a budget for the next 2 years. Of course, the temporary GOP majority is over after last week when Democrat David Gottfried won the House special election. The current 67-67 split will be the newest addition to this graph I found on the legislature's page. Margins are very different now from the way they were, say, pre-1980. In the weeks to come, budget negotiations could be difficult. A recent forecast shows the projected surplus for the next 2-year budget slipped to $456 million. And guys, with this power split, we of course know that this bill will need bipartisan support to pass from the committee over to the House floor. Back to you.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much. And we're going to have coverage throughout the day as things develop. You can watch us on KARE 11 Plus right now, download it on your TV, and watch for free.
We do need to update you on a situation unfolding as we speak. Tens of thousands of people are waking up without power this morning as a deadly storm system's moving east.
Yeah, that storm has taken the lives of at least 40 people across Missouri, Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Mississippi. That's where NBC's Kathy Park is this morning with a firsthand look at the damage.
These weekend storms were destructive and deadly, killing at least 37 people across several states, stretching from the Midwest to the Southeast. At least 6 confirmed fatalities here in the state of Mississippi. The National Weather Service confirming at least 2 back-to-back tornadoes on Saturday near Magnolia, Mississippi. That's where we are right now. If you take a look behind me, we were told that a woman was actually hiding in the middle of this home. She actually found a cubby hole. That was her safe space when the roof completely collapsed. Fortunately, she is doing okay, but the winds in this area, they really kicked up. They were so destructive. As you can see, there's debris scattered everywhere. They actually pulled pieces of metal right into this tree. As you can see, there is a big cleanup ahead.
Turning now to a story we'll be tracking throughout the day. In 3 hours, the main co-defendant in the Feeding Our Future federal fraud trial will take to the stand for the first time. Salim Saeed is expected to testify this morning in his own defense. On Friday, the alleged mastermind of the scheme and executive director of the program, Amy Bach, was defiant about a daycare she sold Saeed. She claimed it was a legitimate sale and not a kickback, even though it had never been in business. Closing arguments could start as soon as tomorrow.
If you're heading to MSP Airport today, you're going to want to hear this. Right around lunchtime today, MSP workers will call on the Airport Commission to address several concerns. Their list includes TSA agents facing union loss, healthcare concerns, and rideshare driver demands. The news conference comes as the airport is preparing for another spring break travel surge starting Thursday morning.
Well, take a look at this. The Minnesota Timberwolves posting this overnight. They're waking up with their 8th straight win. The Wolves taking down the Utah Jazz 128-102 at Target Center last night.
It's been a fun ride. Audrey Russo's live at Target Center, where the Wolves will go for 9 in just over 12 hours from now, Audrey.
Yeah, Jason, Alicia, that's right. The Timberwolves are set to face off against the Indiana Pacers at 7 o'clock tonight. But right now, they're about 9 hours into celebrating a huge milestone, the 4th longest win streak in franchise history. Let's take a look at some of the numbers. Last night's win was their 40th win of the season. Now, I checked social media, and in the last 6 hours, the team posted this on X, boasting the longest active win streak in the league. Head coach Chris Finch earned his 200th win with the team. He released his own statement to us saying, quote, "Hopefully it's just the beginning of a lot more, but I'm proud of it." Going on to say, "Just want to keep stacking them up." Now, despite this huge milestone, the team still has a little bit of legwork to do. I heard John mentioning this about 5 minutes ago. You've got a lot of legwork to do in order to get a locked-in position in the playoffs. Right now, they're 7th in the rankings for the Western Conference. Jason, Alicia?
We got to make the playoffs, especially after our playoff run last season was so great. So, Audrey, my question this morning for you, what was the longest win streak for the Wolves?
Yeah, the longest win streak was back in 2001. They won 11 straight games. So right now they're at 8. If they win tonight, they'll be at 9, and they'll be just one step closer to chasing those euphoric heights. Alicia?
Yes.
Yes.
So close.
Yeah, they got to improve that playoff position, get a higher seed, have more of a chance as the playoffs head on. All right, Audrey Russo reporting live this morning. Thank you so much. Now take a look at your screen right now. The St. Patrick's Day celebration underway in Dublin, Ireland right now. It keeps getting more and more packed every time we take a look out here.
A little jealous,
Yeah.
even though it's only morning hours there.
I mean, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? You're looking at the popular Temple Bar. It's about 11 a.m. right now, and as I said, just keeps getting more and more packed.
It looks fun. It's going to be packed. You know, we throw a good party here,
it's not
too,
bad.
in the Twin Cities. If you're going to go to St. Paul for its annual St. Patrick's Day Parade, that starts at noon today, but get there early if you can. The parade starts near Rice Park. That's by 5th and Market and ends at Mears Park in Lower Town. Staging areas shut down at 10 a.m. this morning. Then at 11, the intersecting roads between 6th Street East and 4th Street East, those will close. The St. Patrick's Association recommends parking in ramps along Kellogg North and north of 6th Street, rather, but it's going to be busy, so yeah, get there early, and it's going to be nice. Get there if you can. And expect a lot of traffic downtown tonight in Minneapolis. The city's bringing its St. Patty's Day Parade back downtown. That starts at 6 tonight, running from 6th Street and Nicollet Avenue before ending on 12th Street. And John, we really lucked out, like you said.
Yes.
This